Well, now to the royal family drama. All episodes now, the Netflix docuseries Harry and Meghan are out, and there are several moments grabbing headlines around the world. I guess we knew this was coming. NBC News foreign correspondent Molly Hunter joins us outside from Buckingham Palace with more. Molly, so they share some personal details in this one, including what they believe led up to Meghan's miscarriage. And a lot of people are talking about that this morning. What did they say about that?
Yeah, Chanel, Craig, Dylan, good morning to all of you. A lot of headlines, including that. They talk a lot about the attention, of course, the tabloid attention on both the Duke and Duchess and how stressful and anxiety-producing that was. And Harry actually says, Prince Harry actually says that that is what they believe caused Meghan to miscarry with their first child. They also talk a lot about a headline that we were aware of, but this is really the first time we are hearing from both of them in depth, and also from Meghan's mom about Meghan having suicidal thoughts. But guys, really, a lot of the insight, a lot of the really kind of tell-all behind the curtain stuff was about the brothers' relationship. And Prince Harry really talked about, in a way that we have not heard him talk about before, the breakdown of that relationship with Prince William. And he talks about this conversation that the two of them had growing up when they shared an office, that they didn't want to play the game. They didn't want to kind of ever brief against each other. And then he accuses the aides to Prince William of briefing against him in the media, against him and the Duchess of Sussex. And then he talks about, at that Sandringham summit, he talks about not only his brother yelling at him, he talks about his father actually lying, but he also talks about how then there was a joint statement immediately after that from apparently Prince William and Prince Harry, but Prince Harry says he never actually saw it. And they also go really in depth about kind of the lead up to the actual moment where they decided to leave this country and step back from the royal family. I think for a lot of us watching that, it came very suddenly, and really when you listen to them talk about it, it was a years-long, really considered decision.
So, Molly, we're all talking about what we've seen recently, but, I mean, what's the plan with the royal family? We've got King Charles and Camilla. They're volunteering. Prince William and Kate, they're out and about last night. I mean, are they just going to just business as usual for now?
Business as usual is the message, and we saw them yesterday out and about. We saw them last night at a really special Christmas concert that that Kate was putting on, of course, the Princess of Wales. And we really saw the cameras zero in on that united family. The message was a united front, business as usual. We saw the cameras catch really nice moments with King Charles and his grandchildren. So really, we do not expect to hear from Buckingham Palace. We do not expect to hear from Kensington Palace. I think on this side of the pond, they want to just get going.
Makes sense. All right, Molly Hunter. Thank you, Molly.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.